Are you looking to take your personal finances to the next level? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not, with your host, Joseph Sangle.
Well, welcome to the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not. My name is Joseph Sangle. We are fired up to help you, yes, you, live a fully funded life. Each week, we try to come to you with right now relevant information that can help you in your money journey. You have a big dream? We want to help you achieve it. You have something that costs a lot of money? Well, we want to help you get the money and make your money behave so that you can live that truly fully funded life. Today, you might notice something different if you're watching on YouTube. We have a computer, a computational apparatus, also known as a MacBook Pro, sitting in front of us because we're going to do a live demo of a tool. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, it'll still be helpful, but you'll make sure to have a time to go at least fast forward to it on YouTube so you can see the demo. I'm on episode number what?
196.
That's right. We can't believe it that we're on episode number 196. It is now the lovely month of April when this podcast releases. We're recording it in the month of March. We had our birthdays, and now we're off to the next month.
Yes.
There is a chance.
There is a chance.
That when this podcast releases, that Jim and Bob, your two twin boys, have arrived.
Just for the record, we're not naming them Jim and Bob.
Jim Bob. Okay. And
We love them.
yeah, Jim Bob and Tom Cat. That'd be great.
Tom Cat.
Yes.
If there are any twins out there named Tom Cat,
we're
please
loving,
let us know.
We're loving the suggestions that you guys have made on the YouTube videos. Just comment below what Megan should name her twin boys. That'd be awesome. But tell everybody what we're going to talk about today.
Yes. So today we are continuing a series that we do from time to time on foundational elements of the fully funded life ladder.
Yeah.
And so today's foundational element is known upcoming expenses. We call them KUEs for short around here. So you hear us talk about, probably in this episode a lot, we'll refer to them as KUEs, K-U-E. And it's such a vital component of your financial planning. And so we're so glad we get to focus on it today because it is important.
It is one of the secrets to really prospering.
Yeah.
It's a secret. We're going to let you in on the secret today. Before we do that, we are going to go to those beautiful current money event section. Let's go.
Now it's time to get caught up with our current money events.
The Monday Money Tip Podcast is sponsored by the Fully Funded Life Membership Program. The Fully Funded Life Membership Program provides all you need to begin winning with money and live a fully funded life. Fully Funded Life includes 4 key components: courses, challenges, coaching, and community. Courses provide financial education. Challenges help you make massive progress in a specific money skill. Coaching is provided by the Fully Funded Life Certified Coaches through open office hours held multiple times each month. All of the courses, challenges, and coaching results in an outstanding community that help equip, motivate, and encourage you to take your next financial steps toward your fully funded life. Fully Funded Life, courses, challenges, coaching, community. All that's missing is you. Learn more and receive a special offer for Monday Money Tip listeners today at fullyfunded.life/MMT. That's www.fullyfunded.life/MMT. Well, today's current money events topic, current money events section. I'm going to bring my guitar in on one of these. My son is playing guitar, by the way. That is not the current money events, but it is awesome. Last night we had a jam session in his room. He actually had it set up upstairs. He actually had my acoustic, and he had his electric guitar, and it made all the coyotes howl. It was awesome.
I think of you more with a piano or a keyboard than a guitar.
That's right. And you should think of it, continue thinking of it that way. But it is fun to learn to play together. He's trying to teach me some things on the guitar. My only song I've ever written is on the guitar.
There you go.
So I actually wrote 2 songs. I actually wrote 1 song and know another song. So today's current money events section is April showers bring May flowers. Did you know that?
Yes.
So is it raining where you're at today? If you're on the podcast, comment, is it raining? But
I hope not. I don't like rain.
Yep. But April showers bring May flowers. This is a phrase we've all heard. And the point is, really, is that what happens today affects the future. So I wanted to just kind of play on that and say, what is one thing that you could do today that could produce flowers for your financial future? What are your favorite flowers in the spring?
I really like it's hard to grow them, but I really like peonies. Mm-hmm. It's an expensive flower, but it's beautiful.
I have them growing out at my pool.
I have one, and it did really well at our old house, and then when we moved, it did not like it. So I'm still trying to revive it.
I love peonies too. And mine have actually survived the first 3 years there. It's pretty awesome. And I saw they were already sprouting. It's awesome. And they're getting ready to bloom. I love all types of daffodils. I love tulips in the spring. I love when the red buds and the dogwoods are, we're only 2 hours north of Augusta National, where the Masters golf course is played.
Right.
And I just love it a lot. We also have a type of pear here called the Bradford pear, and it goes everywhere. If you buy them at a store, they're grafted, so they're beautiful. But they produce a seed, and it's actually a thorn tree.
It is stinky.
And yeah, it does. It doesn't smell very good.
It smells like fish.
That and red tip also blooms here in the South, and it's so pungent. But anyhow, what's your favorite flower? Comment on it. But I'm going to talk about things you could do that could produce flowers for your financial future. You ready for some? You could open a savings account at an online bank. Not a bank with a website, but a bank that exists exclusively or nearly exclusively online, like ally.com.
Not a bank with a website.
A lot of people get confused.
I hope all of your banks have a website.
Yeah, right. Well, a lot of people think online bank, my bank has online. But I'm talking about banks like Ally, Marcus, FMBO, things like that. Prepare your monthly budget. Could you prepare your monthly budget? What would that produce? Some flowers, some May flowers. Yep, not the boat, not the pilgrims, like May space flowers. Okay, and maybe you could face reality and open up all of those unopened bills. Yikes. Maybe you could have a conversation with your spouse about that hidden debt. It'll produce May flowers. Might be pungent and smell like fish, like you said. But you need to do that. Hey, maybe you could call an investment advisor. Maybe that would be the rain that could help you produce May flowers. Maybe you could join Fully Funded Life at fullyfunded.life.
Do it.
Yeah. Maybe you could join a financial group study. Do it. Maybe you could sign up for a financial conference or a real estate conference or a real estate investing conference. Maybe you could have a conversation with your spouse about your plans, hopes, and dreams. But here's what I know. What you do today financially will produce something later financially, maybe even much greater relationally and the rest of your life towards your dreams. So I just encourage you, let the showers fall, knowing that later it'll produce those beautiful, glorious flowers later.
Yeah.
That's it for today's current money events.
Yep. Not
section.
overnight, but later.
Later.
Yeah. All right. Today we're sharing a win that David and his wife experienced within the first month of attending a financial learning experience. So he says, our first budget went well. We are on track to following our budget this month and to start saving. Our biggest financial win has been realizing we can be saving so much money and to plan to start college funds for our kids. Your class changed the way we view and spend our money. We are so excited.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I look at that and say, we say it all the time, I feel like, that these stories that come from a financial learning experience, yes, we do equipping. We walk through practical tools, things they can do. But more than anything, we want them to leave with hope and encouragement and a flip it moment where the light bulb went on. And I love this because the biggest financial win that David says for he and his wife is that they realize they could save so much money and start college funds for their kids. And that is a moment when it's something greater than you. Yeah. So your kiddos, you have Logan and you're getting ready to have Jim, Bob, and Tomcat, your two twin boys, right? That if I'm telling you, I need some help from our podcast audience to help me get some rooting for these names.
I mean, a simple Google search of boy names would probably produce better results than
No. This is really good because everybody remembers Jim Bob and Tomcat. Everybody remembers that. I went to school with these twin boys named Jim Bob and Tomcat. They were unbelievable, right? But anyhow, I think that when you think of your three sons, it gives you a much greater why.
Yeah.
right? Hashtag boy mom. Hashtag
right.
boy dad for Jordan, right? That it says, hey, I want to make sure that if they want to go to college, we can help them.
Yeah.
When I think about going to Disney, want to do that. When you think about getting them some skis out on the water, right? Everything's going to be done with, now it's doubled up, right? And you can do hand-me-downs from Logan to one of them, but there's always another one, right?
There is.
So
people always ask, like, what do you need for the babies? And I'm like, one of everything.
Yes.
Because we have one.
two of every. Oh, that's I like that. That's awesome.
One.
That's great. So I think that's what David is really sharing here is it's that deep-rooted win that says, man, we have a bigger why and we see a roadmap to being able to provide it. And that's what we want. We say it all the time. This podcast is powered by our listeners' financial success. We're so grateful that David took the time to email that in to us fired up.
Mm-hmm. All right. So today we're going to continue our series that we do from time to time on foundational elements of the fully funded life ladder. And today's foundational element is known upcoming expenses, and we call them KUEs for short, that you'll hear us say about that around this episode. And I was pregnant, I'm not. But it's a vital component to your financial planning, and we're so glad we get to talk about it. And if you aren't saving for your KUEs, make sure to listen in. If you are saving for your KUEs, still listen in because you might find something even more helpful.
Yeah, we're going to help you. And we're going to do something we haven't done much around here. We're going to have a live demo with the website and the tool. So today we're talking about foundational elements, those KUEs, those known upcoming non-monthly expenses. So here's the big question. I want our podcast listeners to just listen up. Podcast listener, have you, yes you, ever been caught by surprise by a large expense and had to scramble to make it fit in your budget?
Yeah.
So Megan, have you ever had anything like that?
Yeah, I think as I was thinking about this question, I think for my family, it's easy to forget, I think is a wrong word, but not think through birthdays and anniversaries. So for our family, and specifically between the months of March and April, we have 8 birthdays in these 2 months. And that's just our immediate family. It's not friends or it's wild. Everyone seems to have been born then. And so for us, it's easy to think okay, March and April are coming up. Okay. Yeah, we have my birthday and Jordan's birthday and Logan's birthday. Okay, but then I have my father-in-law's birthday and my dad's birthday. And there's just you keep going and it's okay, wow, that's a lot of birthdays. And if we don't plan for it, that's a large expense that's having to come out
Absolutely.
Of our March and April just because we didn't plan for it. And so I think it's easy for these expenses to sneak up. We've made it through Christmas. If you have kids, you've made it through Valentine's Day, or if a spouse, you're okay, we're good. But then all of a sudden we hit March and April, and for us, that's when we have a lot of our big expenses. Obviously, Christmas is the huge one, but and it's oh, okay, we need to be planning for that each time. And so, and I think a lot of times we're booking our family vacations around this time too, and so you have that big expense. And so there's just a lot of things that if we're not intentional about breaking them up, it can wreak havoc on our budget because we haven't planned and prepared for it.
So the answer to the question, have you ever had surprise expenses? The answer is, of course you have.
Yeah.
The answer for our podcast listener is, for you, of course you have. We all have. And for me, Christmas surprised me every year. I mean, I'll never forget walking around my car one day. I was a college student, and I had a 1986 Pontiac Firebird. Maybe we can have a picture of it, but it was red. Had a big bird outline on the hood, and it was unbelievable. Me and my twin bought it, and we bought it from a guy who had a 1992 one, and he had just gotten 2 DUIs, not 1, but 2, so his insurance was ridiculous with a sports car.
Sure.
So we were able to buy it. And anyway, as I was walking around this car, I saw something shiny on the tires, really shiny in the sunlight, and upon closer inspection, I realized it was the wires that are in the tire, but they were sticking out of the tire. The rubber was completely gone. Gone. G-O-N-E, gone. Who knew that car tires wear out?
Did you not feel a difference in the way you were driving the car?
So, I can't say I did. The same thing had happened with the brakes on my car. Who knew those wear out also? The screeching sound might indicate that. The goal is to convert these large known upcoming expenses into an every paycheck or every month bill in your budget. and then store those dollars in special sub-accounts in your online bank savings account. Now, you can save these in an envelope. You can save these in your regular savings account or your regular bill pay account. I find it's easier to have these in these sub-accounts so that when I log into these bank accounts, I have Marcus, marcus.com or ally.com. You can have sub-accounts and you name them, right? So emergency fund, car repairs and maintenance fund, vacation fund, birthdays and special days, anniversaries fund. And I'll tell you, by making them an every paycheck or every month expense, it certainly makes it more challenging to make your budget balance to exactly zero. Income minus outgo should equal?
Exactly zero.
Trademark. And exactly zero, if you take the E from exactly and the Z from zero, make it easy. Trademark. But it's sure worth it. It's more challenging to have it in your monthly budget, but it's sure worth it when the major expense finally arrives, that vacation, and you've diligently saved up all the cash required for it. So I really want to talk about how to practically install this knowledge into your monthly money management routine so that you can have an even stronger financial foundation. And this is the secret. It's a secret. So tell them part one of the secret.
Yes, number one is identify your known upcoming expenses. Hard to save for them when you don't know what they are.
That's right. You got to identify them. You got to know what the enemy is. And I view them as enemies, right? But they're important. Some of them are great. Some of them are just requirements.
Yeah.
So there's some common known upcoming expenses. Maybe we can put them on the screen here. But there's household ones. List off some household ones.
Yep. So some household ones would be home renovation projects, appliances, maybe your washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, dishwasher. They often go out from time to time. If the yours haven't, just wait. Heating and cooling units. So your furnace, heat pump, property taxes, homeowners association fees, home insurance, if it's paid on a non-monthly basis. And then there's some personal expenses, or personal things that come up. So special days like birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, weddings.
Graduation's coming up here May and June.
Baby
Graduation
showers.
months. Yeah, baby showers for Jim, Bob, and Tomcat.
Christmas, vacation, life insurance if paid on a non-monthly basis, gym membership fees.
Yeah.
So
or Sirius XM or whatever.
Any kind of membership fee. So maybe you're paying Netflix.
Yeah, and so I would say I would differentiate.
That's not a non-monthly,
if they're not,
but
if you can pay them annually and save a lot of money, then you should pay for them annually. Yeah.
But the gym membership or Sirius XM could be an example of that. And then we have vehicle, which would be car maintenance. So your tires, like Joe mentioned, brakes, or maybe some unspecified repairs or other car replacement, car insurance if paid on a non-monthly basis.
Yeah. So these expenses are coming. Like that one day you have to replace your car.
Yeah.
I am not a car person. Like cars, I like cars, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
And so a car for me is utility. It helps me get from point A to B or helps me drag my tractor or whatever. So the years of my vehicles right now that I possess are a 1997 pickup truck and two 2011 vehicles. They're 11 years old. Those are my newest cars. I have a Honda CR-V that I love. I have a 2011 Chevy Yukon or GMC Yukon. And I have a 1997 GMC 1500. That's what I have. And so it stands to reason that I probably should have money in a car replacement fund. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I do. And so I plan to replace one someday. These are known upcoming expenses. So I want to ask our listeners, have you sat and thought through all the expenses that are coming your way in the next year? Or if it's like something that's further off, like a car replacement, it's okay for you to think ahead and say 4 or 5 years, I need to replace a car. I think I need this much money, and then make it annual chunks that you want to save. Okay. And after you've identified your known upcoming expenses, you have a second part of the secret.
Yes.
What
so
is
the
it?
second
Whisper
part,
it, because it's a secret.
Convert KUEs into monthly expense. I don't want to.
You didn't whisper.
Well, I want them to be able to hear
Whisper.
it. Whisper.
See, she said it with a voice, just a lower voice, but we can whisper really loud. You know how your kids whisper? Isn't it awesome when Logan whispers? Does he whisper yet?
Yeah.
I love it when kids start whispering. They are so loud. And I love when they're younger, they will tell on themselves, which I think is even better. But convert your KUEs into monthly expenses. In other words, convert these known upcoming non-monthly expenses into monthly expenses. And so this is when we're going to go to the live computer screen. So let's go live, and we're live, and we click on tools, and we go to saving and investing. Right here, this is a free tool. It's at iwasbrokenowimnot.com. We'll have a link directly to this page. And you scroll down, and we have different saving and investing tools here, and we're talking about this known upcoming expenses calculator. And you click on it, and it will download. Now, I want to show you that right here on Firefox, you can see it downloaded. And then I've got it already pulled up here. We'll take a look at it, and it pulls up this tool. Now, the way you do this, and we're going to list some expenses. Let's say you've made the decision it's time to save for a new refrigerator. So you've got a new refrigerator. That's a common one, right? And a homeowners association fee. And you have an anniversary that you want to save for. Do you know this year is Jenny and I's 25th wedding anniversary?
Oh, wow. I feel like I just celebrated 20.
Do you think I should spend some money on it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then a vacation that's coming up. And that can coincide with the anniversary. Christmas and life insurance. We pay that annually. And car maintenance. This is tires, brakes, known stuff. And then a car replacement. Okay. And so we type all those in, and then we say, okay, I want to save $2,500 this year for that refrigerator. We're going to replace it this year. The HOA is $600. The anniversary is $1,000. The vacation is $2,000. Christmas, that's $1,200. Life insurance, that's $600. And you may be hearing, if you're listening to this, you can hear me clicking. I'm typing it in here. And then we got car maintenance is $750. And car replacement, well, we want to save $6,000 a year for that. That's a lot. But when you add it all up, look at it. It says it's $14,650. And what I like about it is it converts it to a monthly amount.
Which seems
$1,221.
more reasonable.
Okay. Now watch this. It also down here says if you get paid more often than once a month, it converts it to an every paycheck expense. A weekly amount of $281.73. Every 2 weeks for $563.46. If you're paid twice a month, it's $610.42. And if it's monthly, it's $1,220.83. Okay? So we have converted these KUEs. We've converted them to monthly or every paycheck expenses. And this is the secret. Because I know that $14,650 seems huge for some families listening to this. I know that. There are many other families that say that is exactly what it is for us, or very close. And which is easier? Saving $6,000 in 1 month towards a car replacement, or saving $500 every month? Which is easier for your vacation? Having to pay $2,000 out of 1 month's budget because you didn't save for it, or saving $166 every month? And so what I want to just tell everybody is, yes, it makes your monthly budget more constrained. But what is it really doing? It is forcing you to recognize what you want your reality to be, what you want your fully funded life to look like, so that you don't have to look at the idea of a new refrigerator and panic on how to pay $2,500 this month because it died. It's DED, dead. Or, hey, we saved for this. Let's go spend the money on the one we want, not just a need. You know, we're not buying the Roper, which... You know, maybe you want a Roper, but maybe you happen to want the one with the in-the-door ice maker and the water thing and plays music while you do it. I don't know. But do you see what I'm saying? Is to convert those things into monthly expenses. This is the key. So we go away from that, now from the screen, and let's tell them the third part of our secret here.
Yep.
It's the final part of it.
So number 3 is automate your KUEs savings.
Yeah, automate these things. You got to automate this. Establish an automatic draft in your savings account. Now, we use online baked savings accounts that allow us to put this money into buckets or named sub-accounts. And this is so huge because I don't know about you, but I'm pretty confident I know this about our listeners here. See if you agree. But most of our listeners, if they have to do this manually every month, they may not be fired up about saving $1,221 for all these things in a given month.
I don't know a lot lot of people that get excited about saving for a refrigerator or life insurance or HOA.
I can tell you, I know a lot of people be excited about the refrigerator. They're not really excited about the life insurance, but they know it's important.
Getting the refrigerator, yes.
They're not excited about saving for new car tires, but it is important.
Yes.
And so automating these things, having that draft happen every time you're paid, and set it and forget it. Forcing the accountability and the discipline of it. It will navigate its way into just the way you manage your money. And I will tell you, short of a budget, this has been the greatest thing that helped Jenny and I break away from paycheck to paycheck living, break away from falling off the ladder back to rung zero, because we would forget, even though we would say, hey, that shouldn't be a surprise, it was a surprise because we weren't saving for it. And this we save for. We update this every January and then set it up and off that money goes. And I can tell you in that moment, I don't want to every year, but I know the value, the benefit of it. Yeah. And so we automate our Q savings. So there's some benefits of doing this. Share some of those.
Yes. So less financial stress and anxiety is one. And I think it just like when the time comes for the payment to be paid, so for the vacation to be paid or the HOA due, it's just so nice knowing I have that money there. Or for Christmas, like I don't have to worry like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to afford Christmas gifts this year. No, I have a set amount that I've saved and that's what we're dividing up and that's what we're paying.
So I'm sitting here, I'm seeing you wave your hand here and I see your ring here. Yes. I think I've seen diamonds before. So what is this ring here?
My diamond doesn't fit right now.
Okay. So you've chosen to use this one.
Yeah.
Because it expands. It's a special type of ring.
Yeah, it's a silicone ring.
Because I was getting, so that's pretty neat. So, I was thinking maybe Jordan has a known upcoming expense of replacing it, like maybe the diamond had fell out or something.
Oh, no.
Because my wife's ring has fell apart 3 times. And now it may need to be replaced because I went really cheap when I bought it. I did not buy into the spending 2 or 3 months.
That's really funny.
And so her diamond literally has a visible inclusion that can be seen with the naked eye.
Oh, no.
It's awesome. I don't know what the clarity levels are, but this is somewhere below that.
I did say maybe.
Looks like it was cut out of one of these diamond blades that they used for construction.
Oh gosh. So I did say one maybe for our 10-year anniversary, maybe I could add another band to my diamond. Yeah.
I like it.
But we'll see.
So anyhow, that could be that is a known upcoming expense for me.
For you, for sure.
But just some other benefits are what? Yes, less financial stress and anxiety. Knowing these things are covered, knowing you can go on that trip is awesome. What are some other benefits?
All right. So vacation paid for in advance. We talked about that. Bonus money is actually being able to use for treat yourself.
For treating yourself, if you're a Parks and Rec fan.
Instead of being constantly used to catch up on past due financial obligations.
And that's awesome. So it frees up bonus money. There's so many people that the bonus shows up and they're like kind of mad because it was a little bit less than they thought because they've already spent the money.
Yeah.
Right? When it is truly bonus money, you've already saved for all these things, well, then it's treat yourself. Isn't that awesome?
Yep.
And I like that. If you're a Parks and Rec fan, comment on that. That'd be awesome.
All right, far less financial surprises that blow up your monthly budget.
Yeah, the surprises go away.
Yeah.
The negative ones.
Saving for them. And then you're able to pay cash for the frustrating stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if anything is more frustrating than having one of these expenses show up and you should have been saving for it. And now you have to put it on a credit card and you get reminded of it every month for the next 2 years.
Yep. So maybe it's a new appliance, a car breakdown,
horrible.
Tires, medical bills.
I have a thing, and you've heard us say it before, called break up with the money. Like, I know I don't want to break up with this money. I know I've saved for this, but then in my mind, I break up with it and just go get it.
Yeah.
And I don't get reminded of it every month. It's awesome. Yeah. One other benefit, you can get a new appliance, a car breakdown, tires, medical bills, they all go away. And that fosters that beautiful thing called financial confidence. And that's what we want for each of you, is to be confident in your financial decisions, confident in your monthly ones, so that you're confident in your quarterly and annual progress, so that you can make progress towards your plans, hopes, and dreams. We have a verse for today. It's from the book of Proverbs. Yes. Share that with everybody.
Yep. So Proverbs 6 through 11, and it says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways to be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. And poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man.
Come on. Are you preaching? Whoo, I'm feeling it right now. See, you got to say sluggard twice, which is awesome.
I do like the word sluggard.
But I love it here. It is amazing. It's saying, what does the ant do? The ant, for some reason, has it built into his little exoskeleton that I gotta store up while getting as good. Because there's a day coming where we're going to need it. And provisions aren't going to be available. So they move, they store. They have no commander, no overseer, no ruler, and they're not part of fully funded life. Isn't that amazing? So he gets poetic. It says, how long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? And he's like saying, wake up. And then he says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Woo! And poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. And I would just share with each of you, I've got the Pentecostal yips going on because it is so true. And saving for known upcoming expenses, these Q expenses, it is like a secret. So many people do not do it. But when you do this, you will have great financial confidence. You will have known that you are like the ant. Call me an ant if that's what an ant is, where you have prepared for these things so that you can truly prosper. Tell everybody what we're going to talk about next Monday.
Yes. So next Monday, we're talking about kids' bank accounts. So
if
you have kids.
Yeah, if you have kids, we're going to talk about bank accounts. We're going to talk about this new advent of getting your kid a card so they can start managing their money, knowing the digital age is here. And so we're going to talk about that. And if you like today's episode, please help us get this podcast to other people who can benefit. What is a friend that you can invite to listen to this podcast? We share it every week on my Facebook page and on the I Was Broke Now I'm Not Facebook page. That allows you to share it with your group of friends and family. And also, if you have had success, share that with us. Share how these tips have helped you, because this podcast is powered by your success. I hope you have a great week this week. Use this calculator. Go watch it on YouTube if you haven't, and just fast forward there, maybe the 10-minute mark. That'll start showing you the demo of it, and get it to work in your life. Set up those automated savings. You will be so glad that you did. Have a great week, everybody, and get fired up.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review and subscribe. And for more great content and to stay up to date, visit iwbnin.com. We'll catch you next time.